This is still by far one of our top sellers. I know the TV show has not quite lived up to expectations and the numbers have dropped there, but we don't have the TV license, we've got the comic book license. And the comic book license is still going strong. In fact, there's still a lot of the comic book story that we haven't even covered yet. And I know some of you have been by the stands trying to get season 5, which came out just before Christmas, and we've been totally sold out. That's the kind of success. We've had an absolute huge success with the Here's Negan game. So this brand is kind of very much alive, and I think potentially still has some of its best years ahead. And that's because I think, to simplify, the story of kind of Rick from waking up in his hospital through to getting to Alexandria was about scarcity of resource, surviving against the threat that was the walkers. You were always struggling for food and ammunitions, and everything was rare. Obviously, they started once they got to the prison having a run-in with the governor. But once they hit Alexandria, they had power, they had food, and all of that stopped. What they met was other societies. The Kingdom, Hilltop, Sanctuary, the Saviors. And suddenly, and this is one of the reasons why we picked The Walking Dead, it's probably the IP with the biggest number of factions outside of the ones we create ourselves. Because most IPs are A versus B. Maybe if you're lucky, a third, but they don't like that complexity in those stories. You know, Star Trek versus Klingons versus a couple of others, but whereas there's loads of it. So, and after Alexandria became a fight between groups. It became about group versus group, player versus player. So we're putting out now, I don't know if people read the blog, but people kind of lose this. We are not stopping the all-out war. The all-out war narrative is going to continue. There's probably not going to be many more expansion boxes. It'll probably just be a book with a whole load of scenarios. Because we've got the majority of the figures done. You know, we've got, if you're doing the prison expansion, it needs to have the prisoners in it. If you're going to do the Green Family Farm, it needs the Green Family in it. Once you get past Alexandria, if you do the Hilltop, there's not that many stories from the comic that you want to drop straight in. So you start creating some of your own stories about it, because the interactions are far more violent. So alongside that, we've now got a board game, for those that don't like tabletop games with tape measures and dice. So we've got Here's Negan, and again that was where we went. If you've read the Here's Negan comic, it stops as him and his gang look at the sanctuary. And then the time jump is he's interacting with Rick when they start fighting. So the game that we've written fills in them clearing out the sanctuary. Then we've made some great fun things with it. You don't get to play Negan. He just gets to walk along and hit you and smack you with his club. He's the clock, essentially. You've got to be ahead of him. You've got to be clearing it ahead of him. And actually you've got to try and impress him, and whoever does gets the most points. Taylor? Yes. He's going to be playing Here's Negan, so if you want it, sit down with people who you think are friends but you don't really like. And what will happen is it'll start out co-op. You'll quickly realise that in order to win, you need to be utterly ruthless, to be Negan's favourite. And by the end of it, years worth of friendships will have been destroyed, trust will be annihilated, and you'll discover the joys of just how horrible and vicious the game is. If you're playing with your children, you can play as a straight dungeon crawler. And then the third leg is going to take you into the the space we normally live in, the Dead Zone space, the Kings of War space, the Dead space. This is a play. This is the player versus player. You're going to pick your faction. You're going to put points. You're going to tool them up. There's going to be min maxes, as in you can only have one of every character that's in there. You can't take more points than the character is. You play on a double map, so I've set it up over there. If you want to be amazed at the world-class painting of the figures that are on there, just feel free. They're inked. And if you're 11 years old and you thrash me, I'm going to be pretty pissed off with that. So yeah, that's set up. We're going to play a game. I don't think we will, but I'll happily chat to you about it. But suddenly it's going to get into that hardcore player versus player space. And a lot of the people at this show like that kind of game. Yeah? At Gen Con there's a lot more variety in terms of card games, board games, role-play games. There's a vast audience. A lot of the people here are very happy to line up against someone and punch them in the face for the next hour and a half. That's what this game is. That's what this expansion is. And you've all got the figures. Yeah? You've got them already. It's about weighing them out. It's about picking out the ones you want, balancing it up. And so I'm really hoping we can have some fun with this. We couldn't put the player versus player out early enough because you didn't have enough figures. There wasn't enough factions. The story wasn't there. So you've got to evolve as it evolves. But if we can really pick it up over summer, I think it could be great. So we'll chat about that. Any questions for The Walking Dead? Yes, sir.
So the comic book is going to be at issue 200 soon, and like you said, the campaigns are kind of petered out a little bit, but there's the Whisperers faction and the Commonwealth. Are we going to see those in boxes? And it might be inside knowledge, is your license going to be around for a while? And then also, sorry, one other question. Are you going to repackage the models into like a gang box that I can get my friends to buy so they can play the game with me in the new version?
Yes, yes, and yes.
Okay.
So, yes, I think we're going to have the lads for a long time. They recognise the work we've done. They've done a lot of work getting the sign-offs as well. Absolutely, the reason that I'm making the March to War, but I'd like to call a name because I think it's a bit too close to All Out War. But so any suggestions? Apocalypse, I thought, but seems to be taking that. Is so we can absolutely. There is the Whisperer story is predominantly the Brick versus the Wind. It's a war game. So absolutely Whisperers. We did Maggie and Glenn on horse in resin. Almost probably the future releases are going to be in resin because the quality's there. We've got our resin working perfectly now. So it's lovely. We know that the people that are still in there are quality conscious. They want the painted figures. They want that stuff. So we can tap into the resin. For example, the Negan figures from the Here's Negan game will come out in a box with the all-out war cards plus the rules, however we chose to format them for the new March to War game. So that's an example. The Whisperers will come out in a pack. We're going to repackage some of our existing ones. So we'll give you 6 figures in a box for $39.99. You'll have been able to get them in boosters, but if you just want a straight throw down faction, here's one, there's the thingies, here's the Sniper Andrea, here's this. Off you go. So that your guys can just come in, you've got the rule book, $40, 6 figures, and you're up and running. So really exciting.
So, I heard resin miniatures and gangs. Could resin miniatures also be applied to, say, teams for Dreadball?
Could be. We've got quite a lot of teams for Dreadball.
No, I just mean the same teams done in resin.
Oh, we find masters, I suppose we could. If people would want to do that.
Yes.
Don't get us two.
Yeah.
So,
If you could just buy 1,000 copies each.
Yes. That's about par. So we
I
get
think
to
that's an
1,000.
agreement. I think that's an agreement. We've got that on video, so that's fine.
I think the internet's already shut down after your animal. Any more for Walking Dead, or we're going to walk on to...
I'm sorry.
Let me do this one. There's 1, 2, and then we'll come back to you.
You may have just answered it, but will all the figures coming out for March Tour also have profiles for All Out War?
Yeah, for sure. Or yes, they will. Probably in the pack, or if not, we'll do catch-up packs, or we'll put the catch-up packs with the expansions. We haven't decided exactly, but categorically, All Out War is going to continue. There is still stories we want to tell, but they don't feel like here's the prison story, here's the Green Family Farm story. It feels more like here's a load of scenarios, pick your fingers up and away you go and play your way through it.
That was just me letting you know.
Okay.
What's the timing like for March to War?
August. So it came out for beta recently. It was printed off over there. Clearly the game's broken because otherwise I'd have won. So clearly needs some more balancing.